I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of today's newsletter is going to be exercising emotional self-control. Well, this is really fucking huge. And of all the topics that I talk about, exercising self-control, emotional self-control over your own emotions and insecurities, especially when you're dating women, especially when you just started dating a particular woman, is essential. Because if you don't exercise emotional self-control, meaning when you leave a message for a girl, not waiting for her to call you back or text you back because you're afraid she's not going to get back to you, that's needy behavior. And sometimes women that you've just met or you've just called for the first time, or maybe you've already been out on one date, but maybe she's got a little inkling that maybe some insecurity there in you, they'll purposely wait and not call you back when you're expecting it. If you leave a message, she'll call you back the next day. Why? Because she wants to see if you can actually wait until she calls you back. Because if you can't, then it means you're needy, you're weak, and you're insecure, and there's a good chance you're the type of guy that will turn into a stalker or an abusive control freak boyfriend. And women want to avoid men like that at all fucking costs. And so that's why it's so important to maintain your emotional self-control. Now, a lot of times I see emails from guys who are already dating a girl or already emotionally invested and things are going sideways. And so they're emotionally a wreck. And so they come to me and they just start learning about my work when they've already made a ton of mistakes and things are already going sideways. And so in those cases, a lot of times because the guy can see that things are getting worse and worse and the girl is backing away, and so they're just totally consumed by fear of loss, fear that they're going to get rejected. And this makes it incredibly difficult when they're already emotionally invested to do what I say to do or what I suggest to do because they're just scared. They're just so full of fear. And I got an email here from a guy who's written me a couple times, and it doesn't look like he's read my book yet. And this particular woman that he was dating and trying to turn things around with, it's just basically he ignored. And here's the crazy thing. She's telling him, because she's an awesome chick, she's telling him what to do. She's saying, don't call me back. Get pissed off at me every once in a while and hang up the phone on me so I can wonder where I stand with you. And she told him to grow a set of balls and act like a man. I mean, all these things. She's telling him a lot of the same stuff that I've been telling him, but yet he just ignores her and he's been ignoring me. And now he's gotten the let's just be friends speech because, I mean, she got fucking tired of his crap. She's like, she told him what to do, but he didn't listen to her. So he says, Corey, I just finished watching your video and reading your article answering my latest questions. Thanks again for your time. Well, to be honest, me and my girl are not together no more because of my mistakes and not being knowledgeable about this stuff. Now, I totally know that I turned her off completely. Well, at least you admit that it was your own fault. Now I see no hope. If I want anything to change, I have to make those steps that you were discussing in your videos. I have to act different, more developed as a man, less needy, more mysterious, etc. I don't know how I can't understand these simple steps you were telling me and that she was telling me. I say fucking bullshit. You understood them completely. You just chose to disregard them. Because most people will do, human beings in general, will do more to avoid pain than they will do to gain pleasure. And in the place that you were when you first started contacting me, you were already hurting emotionally. And she was telling you what to do, but quite frankly, you were probably too scared shitless to do anything different than what you were doing. You know, it's kind of like, I don't know if you've ever taken race car driving school, but in race car school, when you lose control of the car, what they teach you is to look where you need to steer towards. Most people, when they lose control of a car, what do? They look at, oh my God, there's a wall. Look at the guardrail. Oh my God, there's that car. And they stare at what they're trying to avoid. And what you fear you attract, but what you look at disappears. And so a lot of times race car drivers will have the instructor that'll literally take their head and move it down the track where they want them to steer towards when the car is like out of control. Because if you're steering where you want to go, you're making corrective action in the car. But if you're looking where you're actually driving towards, then you're going to actually steer right into what you're trying to avoid. And so in this case, you're emotionally freaked out about the whole thing. You're scared of getting rejected. She's telling you what to do. She's saying, if you don't stop doing this, I'm going to reject you. I'm telling you the same things. You're reading at my articles and my videos. And it's, you know, it's like you're you're just determined, you're like frozen with fear, and so you don't want to try anything else. Like some guys come to me and they just think, they'll read the advice, go, yeah, that's good advice, but I don't fucking need it, Corey. I don't need your shit. I can do this on my own. And they totally get rejected, and they're like, oh my God, I can't believe what happened. I'm so shocked. This is such a surprise. So he says, I just can't help it. And I'd say, no, you choose not to help it. And how do I know this? Have you ever been pissed off or arguing with somebody and the phone rings and you're like, ah, and the phone rings and you're like, hi, how are you? What can I do for you? You know, whether it's at work or whatever. So don't fucking tell me that you don't know what to do or that you have no control over it. You're simply choosing to not have control, because what happens when you feel fearful, it's like everything goes out the window, and you're like, your overwhelming desire is your need for certainty. You're to find out where you stand. In other words, am I rejected yet? Is she getting rid of me right now? And the only way to get any certainty about it is to call her, to talk to her, to kind of gauge and try to see where she's at. But that's just needy chasing behavior. You're not calling her because you want to talk to her. You're calling her because you need confirmation of needing, because you're needy and you're insecure. And that's going to simply, you'll get your confirmation, you'll feel good, and you'll hang up the phone, and then a day or two will go by and you won't hear from her, and you go, why isn't she calling me? This doesn't make sense. And is she mad at me? Did I do something wrong? Oh my God. And you pick up the phone, you're blowing it up again. You go, I just was, I left 3 messages, and, I was just thinking that maybe something happened here, and that's why you didn't call me back. But you're okay, you're safe. Okay, good, great, I'm fine. You want to go out tonight? Oh, I'm busy, I can't make it. Okay, well, I'll talk to you later. Then call me later, or call me tomorrow. And she'll go, okay, yeah, I'll call you tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes and goes, and then you freak out even more. Oh my God. And so you're already acting needy, and she's like, why? She says, I'll call you tomorrow, and then she doesn't call. And for most guys, the needy guys will call her and be like, you didn't call me, you didn't do what you said you were going to do. And for women, they test to see what your strength is. And, when they do something like that, you're just communicating that you're not worthy and you don't deserve to be with them. And not only that, but you actually don't feel like you deserve to be with them. And so they have no choice but to agree with you and reject you, unfortunately. He's like, here's the kicker. He said, I try not to be like that. Damn. He said, like Master Yoda said, try not, either do or do not. There is no fucking try. Should I stay in contact with her? I'm thinking, are you fucking kidding me? You're actually asking me if you should continue contacting her. And it's like, so let's look at it. First off, you turned her off, and she wanted some space. And she told you what to do, but you didn't listen to her. You kept chasing her. And then when she said she needed some space, and then she said she needed some time apart, but yet you continued to chase her and call her and blow up her phone thinking that would make things different. And now she's at the point where she's giving you the let's just be friends speech, and you're going, should I continue to contact her? It's like, dude, seriously, you got rejected because you were contacting her excessively. She told you not to contact her excessively, but you fucking did it anyways. And now you see, like, you asking this in the email is basically you going, Corey, will you please give me a reason to keep doing what I've been doing, which ain't working? And I'm saying, no fucking way. It's like, are you kidding me? It's like, if you keep contacting this girl, eventually she's going to get a restraining order against you and think you're a fucking stalker. It's like, dude, cut it out. Let go. Move on. Don't call her ever again. If you hear from her, if she happens to call you, try to set a definite date with her. If she won't do that, if she tells you to call back to verify or something, just say, let's do it some other time. You got to read my book, and you got to start applying what I teach. And at this point, it's like, don't send me another email until you've actually finished reading my book. Because this is like, I think, the second one I've answered for you, and you haven't listened to anything I've told you to do, and the first 2 of them. So if you find this message of value, you can show your appreciation by going down to the Wibbia toolbar at the bottom of your screen if you're watching this video on my website, and click the PayPal donate button and donate any amount that you feel is equal to the value of the information in this video. At the very least, please share this page with all your friends and family by clicking any one of the social network sharing buttons, which are also located in the Wibbia toolbar at the bottom of your screen. And if you have a question that you want to ask me, or there's a topic that you want me to cover in a future video newsletter, click the Contact Me tab on the middle left-hand side of your screen, And just send me 3 or 4 paragraphs maximum detailing your questions, your challenges, or your situation. You got to give me several days to get back to you because I get a lot of email from the internet, and I also get a lot of email from my paying phone coaching customers. And I obviously got to focus on their emails first, but be patient and I will get back to you. And if you want to talk to me right away so I can help you personally with a situation or challenge you're having, the quickest way is to book a paid phone coaching session by clicking the products tab at the top of your screen and just follow the instructions. And I will talk to you soon.